What is up, Need for Speed Racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. I'm here today with the viewer requested McLaren P1. You guys have been asking for this one for a while, so it's time I pulled it out of the stable, put it in the garage, and show you what's good. This one actually surprised me a bit this week. There's only one way to put it in S-Class, so I did that for you. And then I also drove it a little bit in S+. The handling on this car is actually unmatched. It is incredibly grippy. It turns really, really sharp, and it'll hold a tighter line than the majority of other cars. And so for that reason, you'll see in the gameplay footage, I actually have a couple of crashes and wrecks, and it's because the car's turning sharper than I'm really expecting it to. And Hex also commented on that. If the Regera performed like this does as far as handling, we would have some crazy lap times. So it's definitely a very good car, but you got to know where to place it. So let me dig into it. Let me show you what I've got, and we'll get right to it. I will say that this was viewer requested, so on this video, you guys drop a comment down below on what you want to see me build next. If it's one I haven't put on the channel yet, I'll take that into serious consideration. I'll try to get that out for you guys, because we are approaching the Copium tournament. We're approaching other games coming out, so I want to make sure that I satisfy all of you guys, my viewers, with anything you're looking for to make sure that you are totally set in Need for Speed and you've got every weapon in the arsenal, so that way you're good to go. Now, styling portion on this car, you guys, there's only like two body kits for it, the Speed Hunters and the Alchemist. You can kind of make it look a couple of different ways. I would say I give this maybe a 1, maybe a 2 out of 3 for the customization. There's not a ton of parts, but there are some. I would highly recommend, if you are going to build out the car, that you leave the stock spoiler on there, because that pops up once you're at speed and it kind of angles itself. It's a really cool feature for the car, and so just because it doesn't appear, you'll see in the gameplay footage it does come up, and so I would say like leave it stock, because so that way you get that function out of it. Other than that, it looks pretty cool. I do like it. Yeah, 1, maybe 2 out of 3. Not a lot with that. Now for the performance, guys, there's only one engine that you can put in this car, so that is the stock engine 3.8 liter V8 hybrid. Okay, now for the parts, I'm going to show you the S Plus build first, because I think most of you will use that, and so it's just Elite Platinum, all of it. For the engine, it comes with Elite Platinum parts, so the first 4, you can't even change those. That leaves you the option of your forced induction. I'm going to highly recommend the screw supercharger, because at the end of the day, this car shines in the tight corner tracks, and you really want the most acceleration you can get out of it. The Lotus Exige does out-accelerate and out-launch this car. Our man Splash drives that in the gameplay footage, so to try to counter that or get as close to it as we can, you want to run that screw supercharger. Elite Platinum bottle of NOS for sure. Elite Platinum road suspension, so that way you can grip and rip. Elite Platinum brakes if you do feel so inclined. And Elite Platinum grip tires. This is a very grippy car. There's just no getting around that. So if you guys are drifters out there, probably pass on this one. You're not going to slide it. Elite Platinum clutch. It does come equipped with a Super Gold stock, so that makes it really nice in S-Class, and I'll show you that in a moment. Transmission, you're definitely going to want to go with the 7-speed. It allows the car to at least hit 230. Mind you, it takes a minute to get there. This car will do 215, 220, pretty consistent, but then once you get to that threshold, it's a little slower to climb through the ranks, and that's because we're suffering on the horsepower. It's only got 960, and so it doesn't really have enough to really pull you through to the top end and really push through and get that super top speed. So like tracks, Big O, one of the really long circuit tracks, anything that really has a lot of top speed sections, you are going to suffer. But some of the tighter tracks have lots of turns, like God Hour and others. This car will do very good for you. Because we bougie out here, I've got the Elite Platinum diff in it, but guys, you can put in just the Sport Bronze. Auxiliary nitrous drift, nitrous grip, as I do. That's going to remain the same through all of my grip builds, because I am micro drifting. And if you don't know what that is, don't know about it, I've got that on the channel. Just search micro drift on my YouTube channel, and there's a tutorial for you guys so you can learn to do that. It's a very good technique for building boost. Handling, slide that slider. We are full Beyonce on this one. It's a grip and rip all the way to the left, Go for it. 100% grip. Steering sensitivity, I run 2 clicks high. That's personal preference. You guys do whatever you feel is good for you. Now, this is a downforce sensitive car. You'll notice that our top speed, I'm going to move my camera for you guys. Hold on so you can see it. I really want you guys to see this. Put me over here. So the downforce is all the way low. As I move that over to the right, you'll see that we go from 231 all the way down to 223. That means that where that downforce is at is really going to determine how this car performs on the big end. So for S Plus, I've got it ramped all the way to the low end because I want to get the top speed out of it. But knowing that downforce slider is really going to determine a lot on how this car accelerates. So just make sure that for your S Plus build, you've got that all the way low so you get the most out of the big end. Honestly, it's really not too bad. It's very, very predictable, and it does handle very, very good, you guys. So low downforce doesn't make it any less grippy. You'll see in the gameplay footage, we are turning and throwing this car in the corners like crazy, and it turns a lot sharper than I would expect normally. And so it has me crashing in places I wouldn't normally crash just because I'm turning sharper. So if you master this car, I think you've really got a weapon for S+. Traction control is off and drift entry is brake tap. That's going to give you the McLaren P1 S+, 400+ build, 231 for the top speed. It'll get there eventually, but really 220 is kind of its hard cap. Not a hard cap, but that's really like kind of where it falls off. 960 for your horsepower and 826 with your torque, and that's going to be the best numbers that you can get out of it with a screw supercharger. The single turbo will give you a little more torque, or excuse me, a little more horsepower, but like way less torque, so that's not a good trade-off. Let me show you what I've got in S in case you guys want a short track specialist. At S, it is a very short track specialist, like I said. Guys, keep that in mind. I mean, this car only does about a $165, 166 with Redline Tech. After a 3 bar of boost, which it has no problem generating yellow boost, it does do maybe 175-ish. But then it comes right back down pretty quickly. So know your tracks, know what you're picking it for. Both Hex and I agree this will do sub 2 on blue collar, no problem. So just make sure you're picking it for the tighter short tracks that doesn't have a lot of top speed on it, and you'll be in really good shape. Engine is, as always with this car, it's going to be the stock motor because that's the only option. Parts, the first 4 you can't change, so you are locked into Elite Platinum, all of it for the first 4. And then your last forced induction, this is where you get to pick. Now, the screw or the twins are going to be the way to go for you. There's no reason to do the roots if the screw is available, and there's no nice way to get the single turbo to go. And so I'm going to default to the screw supercharger. It's what I'm going to recommend for you guys. And if you decide to put this car in S+, that way you're only buying one part. So buy the screw and then use it for both S and S+, so you can bounce around with the tune and you'll save yourself the most money. Sport Bronze Nitrous, because there's no way to put in a better bottle at S-Class. Elite Platinum Road Suspension, that's going to stay the same for both S+ and S, so one-time purchase for you guys. Stock brakes, that's Super Gold brakes, so no purchase necessary. Elite Platinum Grip tires, once again, one-time purchase for you guys, so that makes the car overall a little cheaper to build, but it's a pricey boy getting into it from the gate, like it's over 2 mil. Now, you are going to run the stock clutch, which is the Super Gold clutch. That's great, allows you to quick shift into 4th gear and launch pretty hard with it. Pretty valuable, really, overall. The way to get this car into S-Class is to run the Sport Bronze 5-speed transmission. The Super 7-speed comes stock, so all you got to do is throw the 5-speed in it, and now we're hunting in S-Class. Top speed is 162, so that's really the caveat, the downfall to it. If it would do like 175 consistently with Redline Tech, this thing would be a beast in S-Class because it handles really good. If you guys are grip drivers, this is your car. You're going to love it. At least get the Sport Bronze differential, you guys, but I've got the Elite Platinum in it because we bougie out here, but honestly, Sport Bronze is enough. Auxiliary, they don't change. Nitrous drift, nitrous grip. For the handling, slide the slider 100% full Beyonce to the left, we good. Steering sensitivity 2 clicks high, that stays the same as the handling for the grip. Now the downforce, to make the screw supercharger fit, it's 3 clicks to the right. So from the middle, it's 2 clicks. 2 or 3 clicks, I apologize. I had it memorized as 3, but it's 2 or 3 clicks. Those 2 spots is S329. Anywhere else is going to be 330 in the S+. With the way this car handles, it's super grippy. You want to go as low a downforce as possible and still get the screw in it. So 2 clicks over is that sweet spot. Because we know the car is downforce sensitive, you want to have it on the low end so that way it'll get to its top speed and you'll have no problem ripping around in 5th gear in this car. Traction control is off and drift entry is brake tap. That is the McLaren P1 S329 build. 162 for the top speed. With Redline Tech, it'll do maybe 166. Not too much extra out of that. But with some 3 bars of boost, you'll see plus 170s. 960 for your horsepower and 826 for your torque. So it's the exact same power and torque as S Plus. We just took out the NOS, the brakes, the clutch, and changed the transmission. So basically, we've got ourselves an S Plus car at S, and it's a banger. So that's kind of why it suffers a little bit at S Plus. It just doesn't have the big end, but it's a short track specialist at S Class. Guys, that's going to do it for me. Copium Tournament is coming. Announcement on that coming soon, probably tomorrow. Get involved with the Discord. Get on a team. Make friends. Reach out to me if you need teammates. I will find people for you. It's for an orphanage. We're doing a big charity event, and I want everybody to participate. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to run it over the course of 3 weekends. So get involved. $500 prize pool. Come on. Let's make some money. Let's have some fun. You guys have a great rest of your day, and stay tuned for that gameplay footage. Bye-bye. They're pulling out every car on us, Hex. I see a different... Only person remaining consistent is our man Splash in the Pagani Rosa.
Heck yeah.
Save this for the bottom. I've got nothing. I've got nothing. Little 1-bar Tron turn though. That worked out pretty good. Oh, we're bouncing and we're hitting the jump and we're doing stuff. This is crazy. It turns on a dime.
It really does.
I mean, this car is a force to be reckoned with if you pick the right track for it. Oh.
I don't want to try it on blue collar.
Yeah, it probably would be good on blue collar. I took a very D-gen line there. You guys both went up. I almost died, but we came out alright. Oh, shit. I like the spoiler. If you don't put one on it, how it raises up. I really like that about this car. Yeah, we can go give it a blue collar run, see how it does. I bet it will do just fine. Little Redline Tech under a 3-bar. You can get it to C174, 175.
Yep.
Man, it does hook. It hooks so predictably.
Fun to drive. Oh no.
Oh, I just did the same thing, dude. Coming up that hill, did you bounce and just shoot off the jump?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So that's something to be aware of. It's a little rowdy. That's funny. At least we know it's the car, not the driver, right? Like,
I think it's just that section of the track. It does that with a lot of cars. Especially if you're going faster. I think S-Class car would probably do that. What?
What base?
what's up, Slide? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, driving P1.
A bit of hacker late.
But overall, I'm not unhappy with it. It feels pretty good. We'll give it a blue collar run and then we'll call that for the gameplay footage. Alright. We wanted to get some gameplay footage on blue collar. This car's got a short enough gear box that probably do pretty well. I mean, this is definitely capable of sub 2s for sure. It's really grippy. It trons very predictably. This could be a very good blue collar specialist for you guys. And being able to quick shift into fourth because the clutch is like really cracked. So let's just see how we can do here. See if we can get ourselves a clean run. real unit of a human. I got tapped, so I'm not sitting on the proper boost like I'd like to.
No, no yellow.
Gosh, this thing feels so sturdy.
Oh.
You murdered me!
I just troned and yeah, we got a little tangle.
See how it does in the dirt. It loses a little speed up the hill.
Yeah.
But that jump's nice.
That's Rosa, no!
I like that you can Tron turn it on a 2-bar. Or even a 1-bar. Oh no.
Oh.
My skill issue.
Could have been sub 2.
201's good. Yeah, not sub 2, but we got tangled up. I mean, this car is definitely capable of sub
I
2.
could do it for sure, yeah.
I think it's really good. It's really easy to drive. I like that. So, guys, if you are looking for something that's a short track specialist, this is definitely a good way to go. It's got my seal of approval for sure. I think Hex agrees. It's one of the better handling cars. It doesn't feel floaty. It feels really nice. So, let me show you what I've got for S+.
Testarossa.
Alright, got Hex and Splash with me. We are running S+. Splash is our static variable, running that Testarossa, which he's really cracked in at S+. This car handles good, but it's something to learn. It definitely is a lot different than what I expected to be getting into. Oh my god. Ooh, daddy. Oh my god. What is that license plate, dude? I love it. Yeah, still that quick shift to 4th is about right. Whoa! Oh. Well, I thought I was going to be okay, but then I thought the car was going to commit to a turn, so I moved to the right, and it baited me. Jebaited. Hiya. This thing turns on a dime. Like, I would need to practice to get good with it, but it's definitely not a bad car. I think that anybody who liked the Exige at S Plus probably should give this a go if they've got the money, because I think this is considerably better.
Why are you looking at me when you say that, Alex?
I was, you know, thinking of you deeply. It's a little slow on the top end. That's my biggest complaint, I guess, is it just doesn't like to get past like 210, 215. Alright, let's see how it does on It's Tricky.
You had to go and say that, Alex.
This will be good. This will be good. Splash decided to bring out his little Exige, so we'll see how these things launch in comparison to one another.
I hope it shows you the license plate.
It will. Lotus. Lo Otis. Oh my god. Power to weight in that car is really good. It's an undeniable launch, man. You walked both of these.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Oh, I've made some mistakes already.
Oh, thanks for the boost.
I shifted in 7th. I shouldn't have. Should have let ride 6th out. Yeah, you don't need 7th until you catch about 200.
Yep, pretty much. Back here, Little Earth Siege.
Stop top speeding me. No.
How fast does that go?
221.
Ah, okay, yeah, we got about 10 mile an hour on you, so that makes sense.
And I was just driving.
Oh,
to
okay,
Tuscaloosa,
dude.
The handling is different. Uh-oh. Somebody had a skill issue.
You know, I tried to pass you kind of clean, and I found myself into a van with a little help by the looks of things on my screen. But that's okay. Team McLaren on top.
YOLO.
It's Hex, though.
Yeah, right, like, he can be on team anything.
He'd win at anything. Oh, I made an issue.
Tell you right now, if the Regera handled as good as this thing, we'd have some crazy lap
Dude.
times.
Yeah, that would be pretty insane.
I think this is one of the better handling cars I've driven in S+, to be honest. Dude, I cannot keep this thing on the road. Every time I try to, like, turn a corner, it just turns sharper than I expect.
Oh! Yeah, that just happened to me.
You know, like, you think it's going to go a little wider when you full lock, and it's like, nope, we're turning here, and it's like, shit!
Yep.
It's not a bad thing, it's just, it's something that would require anybody who wanted to main this car to get really used to.
Yeah.
Like, right there, the turn before the bridge, I did just a little turn, turned too sharp and died. Ooh, okay, so that was omega close between you guys. So review for this car in S Plus is, it handles really great. You probably need to practice with it.
Gotta get used to the grippium.
Yeah, get used to the grippium, that's right. But guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you enjoying the videos if you do, or watching them and not enjoying them, however you handle things. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.